Hey guys, welcome to Misunderstood. We've been doing a series of episodes here and just getting guys ready for 2021. I feel like 2020 caught us by surprise, and I feel strongly that as we get into the new year, one of the things that we should do is prioritize the fact that as we get into the new year, we should get into it ready. And one of the things, we've had discussions about different things. We've had discussions about relationships, about money, about investing in yourself, about different things here and there. But this conversation today is very personal to me because this one is about getting your spiritual life in check. And the word spiritual life, I'm a Christian, I identify fully as a Christian, and I'm very confident about it. But in this year 2020, one of the things I learned was the hardship that is anxiety and the hardship of fear and what it brings and all what these feelings morph into and manifest eventually into. And they cost me so much, because in this year there were days I would sleep all day and be awake all night because I just didn't want to be in a place where I didn't understand what was happening. It was in this same year when so many people that I know lost their loved ones. So many people that I know were battling with various diseases. So many people lost their jobs. So many families were broken. It was such a hard year, and it's hard to say that in times like those you don't question or you don't struggle with, hey God, what's happening here? And you have those fights, and when you pray you feel like it hurts, you know what I mean? And one of the things that I'm particularly very vocal about is the fact that even in your faith, being a person of faith doesn't mean you're not conscious or aware of what hurts you, or you don't feel any sense of pain, because the truth is it's all around us. It's hard to shut your eyes and bury your head in the sand and not feel the pain that guys have gone through and not have a sense of empathy towards it. But 2020 has also in the same way been a year where God has really come through for different people. There are guys who've gotten jobs, there are guys whose businesses have flourished, there are guys who have gotten worldwide opportunities, there are guys who have gotten, and their doors opened up like crazy. And you can't see that without the other. But why I think 2021 is so important for us to get in check is because for me, 2021, and I pray this prayer for you guys also, is that 2021 should be the year where peace is a non-negotiable. Whatever will cost your peace is not worth it. And what this means for me is that it's just being in a place where you're so present that you realize, I can do without this because it's gonna compromise my peace. I think one of the lessons that this year has taught us is that in a heartbeat, everything can change. Everything, I mean literally everything. I remember the day I was in town, I was going for a meeting, and you know the way in restaurants they have the TV on the side, and the TV on the side was showing that COVID-19 has now been declared a pandemic. And I was there thinking, what the heck? Because the meeting I was going for was to plan something that was going to happen, that was going to affect how people are coming into the country. And then the next week we hear the president has declared our borders now closed. That same time we're on lockdown. It was so much to handle. And I felt like in that moment my world was crumbling, because I felt like I was in a place where I felt alone, and I was in a place where there was uncertainty and there was lack of clarity. But I want to encourage you guys is that when later in the pandemic season, because that was like February, March, and April, May, June, July actually, from July, August, September is when I began now to pause and say, now you need to stop working from a place of anxiety and just manifest peace. And peace for me came in different ways. Peace came that moment when I realized I will now stop journaling my events and start journaling my gratitude. My peace came when I realized that I have so much to be grateful for in terms of my friendships, my relationship, my family, my health. Can you imagine my health? You know, and those are things that I have learned, that peace is really about perspective. It's not the absence of a storm, but it's your attitude whilst in the storm. Because the truth is, the world is still moving at the speed it is, and these things are gonna come up. In fact, the other day I was watching the news and they're saying there's a newer wave of this pandemic in other parts of the world, and I was like, we can't. And I was saying, God, please just be graceful. Please give us, God have mercy on us, because we're in a bad place. But I want to encourage you that 2021, and it sounds like such a cliche, but it will only be as good as you let it be. And you need to, and maybe for us all and myself included, is we need to get into that new year with the understanding that yes, it may not go the way we want it. Yes, things may not come the way we want at the speed we want them to, but in actual sense, God is actually going to allow for things that you need to come your way. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself down. Imagine the one that we serve, the superior one, has already given us everything that we need. And so that's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a place where it's not from a place of superiority, but it's from a place where I'm saying two things. One, peace is a non-negotiable. Nothing, I will not discuss with anything or anyone that takes my peace away from me. It's the one thing. I felt like in this year that was a currency, because the moment you saw somebody who was so peaceful, you envied it. Can you imagine? Not even the money. In 2020, that was what you're like, wow, you're so zen, you're so calm, you're so together, and you realize, what? And yeah, that's what I want. And the second thing is that even as you are in a place where, because the year is going to start in January. In fact, it's so funny. The other day I was saying we have almost a week to the new year, and it's like the world is just moving so fast. But the other thing is, even as it comes, it means that there are things that you've been trusting in God for, and that they've taken longer to come. Let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer that when it's time to come, it will come. And so don't be hard on yourself, and don't fight with God from a place of He doesn't care. In fact, in His time, He'll make everything beautiful. That's what the good book says. So please, 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 in this 2021, one of the things that we're going to get right is our spiritual lives. And this means that we just spend some more time with God. Let's pray a bit more. Let's be more composed in our thinking. Let's be anxious about nothing. Let's think about the things that are good, things that are beautiful, things that are worthy of praise. Let's be cautious not to celebrate the wrong things. And I feel like this is a very targeted video because I'm really speaking to a lot of ladies. But I feel like encouraging you and telling you that don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself, my dear sister, because I relate with so many other ladies who have gone through difficult things. Yani, you just start feeling like I simply can't do this. Be calm. You know, the way we used to use those t-shirts for keep calm, God is working. Imagine it's true. And so please keep your head together and keep your eyes on the prize. And the prize really is not a tangible reward, but your prize is actually your peace and what God has in store for you, because He promises us good things and it will come to pass. So clear your mind from all the negativity, channel the understanding of all the good things that you have. And you know, somebody was telling me I can't even make a gratitude list. A gratitude list is just a waste of my time because all I'll write there is life. But can you imagine in this year, millions of people have lost their loved ones because of a pandemic? How shameful of us to think that life is something we should take for granted. And so the lesson is nothing in 2021 shall go for granted. Nothing shall go unannounced. Let's celebrate what has come our way, because what I'm learning is every day is really a gift. And the sooner we realize it, the better and the faster we come to terms with it. So please enjoy 2021. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. But let nothing steal your peace. Let that be your constant currency in 2021, where if nothing else is working, your peace is keeping you sane. So have a great year. It's going to be an amazing year. It's going to be an amazing year. And I'm a firm believer of this, because God wouldn't keep you through a tough year just because He thinks it's okay for you to suffer. Even in that toughness is a lesson. And that lesson is something for you to be grateful for. So have a great year. Let's make it count, but let's get it right from the beginning. It's going to be a great one. I'm a firm believer. And thank you so much for your love and support here at Misunderstood. And I'd like to know, what are your spiritual routines for 2021? I'm interested. A friend of mine called Juliet has journals from Alone with God. If you're interested in them, just hit her up. She has fantastic Bible study plans inside them, and also just some prayers and some cool ways of doing your Bible study time and your quiet time. If you are interested in podcasts or interested in content, I know so many pages now on social media where they have literally every morning there's a new post about that's like a devotional. Pages like Relentless Culture, pages that have such inspirational material. So please plug in. If you look in the right direction, what you're looking for is what you'll find. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for peace and you're looking for a sense of stability in your spiritual life, there are so many options. Just let's all look, yeah? I'll keep all those links in the bio and in the description at the bottom. But please let's get this one in check, right? Have a happy new year. I love you all. Bye.